sisters were the last to visit these halls, but they threw their home and their bond away.
Interruptible
Calm
cast.
the spirits. The
Aggro.
Ranger General was
Debuff
shocked
Light
and
Stagger. Aggro.
steadfast, while the peace
Interruptible cast. Interrupted. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Aggro.
will you
Aggro.
choose?
Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Aggro. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff moderate stagger. Interruptible cast. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff sheer armor. Stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger.
So, is Bean just a Mexican?
Debuff moderate.
He's
Debuff
the
heavy
most
stagger.
racist white person I know.
He's so much
Debuff
fire
moderate
with
stagger.
that.
Arcane salvo. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff heavy stagger.
What are
Debuff
you
moderate
staring
stagger.
at, dog? There's my fucking dog name. Just
Debuff
in the
light
backyard
stagger.
at night staring at the moon.
Interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff sheer armor. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff heavy interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Interruptible cast. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff light stagger.
Teresa was
Interruptible cast. Target interrupted.
She spent many days.
Debuff light stagger. Debuff sheer moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff sheer moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Moderate stagger. Debuff acidic demise. Aggro. Target interrupted. Aggro. Debuff acidic demise. Debuff sheer armor. Interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. 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 Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate acidic demise. Debuff acidic demise. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff acidic demise. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Demise. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff sheer armor. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff acidic demise. Debuff light stagger. Debuff sheer aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Ferocious pounce. Debuff moderate ferocious pounce. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Puncturing bite. Debuff puncturing bite. Debuff moderate stagger. Ferocious pounce. Debuff ferocious pounce. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light void dispersal. Debuff sheer stagger. Debuff spore dispersal. Interruptible cast. Aggro. 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 Debuff sheer armor. Aggro. Target interrupted. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff sheer armor. Stagger. Debuff spore dispersal. Debuff moderate stagger. Interruptible cast. Debuff light stagger. Target interrupted. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Aggro. Aggro.
Well now,
Fire spit.
that Dragonhawk seems to have stolen my heart.
Interruptible cast. Aggro. 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 Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Flaming updraft.
Defensive.
Debuff moderate stagger.
Pushback incoming.
Debuff moderate stagger. Burning gale. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Flaming updraft.
Defensive.
Debuff searing moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger.
Defensive.
Debuff searing beat. Moderate stagger. Light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger.
Pushback incoming.
Burning gale. Debuff light stagger. Debuff flaming moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Flaming updraft. Searing
Defensive.
Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate
Defensive.
Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate light stagger. Debuff moderate
Pushback
stagger. Debuff
incoming.
moderate. Debuff light stagger.
Beautiful. She reminds me of Verisa. My sister was also ferocity itself if her family was threatened. Come, let's find the next relic. Sylvanas didn't ask to be Ranger General, but she gave everything to
Interruptible
the
cast.
task,
Debuff light stagger.
including her life.
Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff sheer armor. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Interruptible cast. Debuff heavy stagger. Target debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Interrupt heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Interrupted. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger.
She trained with a bow gifted by our mother.
Aggro.
Undead
Debuff
fanatics
light
are
stagger.
to loot it
Debuff
and
moderate
anything
stagger.
else.
Debuff light stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Target interrupted. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Aggro. Pulsing shriek. Interruptible cast. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Target interrupted. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff moderate. Debuff heavy stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Interrupted. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger.
Larry, you got all the noises going when your stream's up.
Target interrupted. Aggro. 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 Speed. Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro.
I kind of like your UI.
Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger.
The well?
Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate
That's
stagger.
what?
It's just the well bar.
Debuff light stagger. Target interrupted. Aggro. Debuff
I
light
think you're probably
stagger.
the first person I've ever seen that has the
Debuff
minimap down in
moderate
the bottom
stagger.
center of their screen instead of up in the corner.
Aggro.
Yeah, bug the shit out of me when I can't see it.
Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Poison debuff. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger.
It'd definitely be
Debuff
handy
light stagger.
for like when I'm running keys and shit.
Debuff aggro. Target interrupted. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate. Debuff heavy stagger.
Sometimes I have to double check which
Interruptible cast.
gold
Interrupt
dots
debuff
are.
moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger.
Other marked
Aggro.
shit to
Poison
grab the
debuff.
mod.
Aggro. Interruptible cast. Target interrupt. Aggro.
Only setback is like when you have a like something like a mini game or something
Poison
like
shriek.
that.
Aggro. Interruptible cast. Aggro.
I hate when you get into any of the mini
Debuff
games,
moderate
it's
stagger.
like I can't
Interruptible
read
cast.
the line
Aggro.
where those keys are, and it's in a funky place on my Tartarus instead of where it should be.
Debuff moderate interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger.
Our mother's bow meant everything to Sylvanas once. I'll need it.
Debuff moderate debuff light stagger. Debuff light stagger.
So is this a new monk, or is this one of our,
Debuff moderate stagger.
somebody's own?
Debuff
Uloni.
Debuff moderate debuff light stagger. Interruptible cast. Debuff splatter. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Target interrupted. Debuff light stagger.
Defensive.
Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff bone hack. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate
monks
stagger.
are cool.
Heavy stagger.
Ads
Start
coming.
cast.
I've just always had warriors.
Debuff moderate
Right.
stagger. Aggro. Interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Interruptible cast. Target
And they're
interrupted.
defensive
Debuff
to
splatter.
combat the mechanics in a lot of the dungeons really well this season.
Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate debuff light stagger.
AOE
Debilitating
incoming.
shriek.
Heal growth bleeds, all that
Debuff
nasty
debilitating
shit.
shriek. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Target interrupted. Debuff moderate stagger.
Uloni.
Debuff light stagger. Debuff gunk splatter. Debuff splatter. Aggro. Debuff moderate
Yeah,
stagger.
a monk will sit at 80 until time
Debuff
walking.
heavy
comes
stagger.
back.
Defensive.
Debuff light stagger. Interruptible cast. Debuff bone hack. Debuff moderate. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger.
Ads
Start.
coming.
Debuff moderate. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger.
Uloni.
Aggro. Target interrupted. Aggro. Debuff splatter. Debuff moderate. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light
AOE
stagger. Debilitating
incoming.
shriek. Debuff debilitating shriek. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger.
Yeah, I
Debuff
don't know
light
what they
stagger.
fixed
Debuff
on
light
DK,
stagger.
but kind of glad they fixed it.
Debuff splatter.
Maybe both.
Aggro.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Defensive.
I heard it several times, and I've even looked at it and said it to myself several times. Like, fuck, I wonder what's going on with Valerian.
And love to be admired.
But then I'm also
But she
like,
never
man,
wanted
you gotta run around and grip shit, and then run around and grip some more shit.
Come,
Shoot.
we have one
Some of the
more
bosses have
relic.
been very mechanic heavy
Shoot.
for the
Debuff light
DK.
stagger.
At least you get some
Aggro.
loot.
Oh, this pull, I love having a DK, because you just
Debuff
rip that
moderate
archer
stagger.
down the
Arrow range. Debuff
hallway.
light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Shoot. Target interrupted. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Shoot. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Target interrupted. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff light
Warrior,
stagger.
go
Debuff
pump up.
heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger.
Yep.
Aggro.
Like 145k?
Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger.
147?
Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Arrow ring. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Shoot. Interrupting screech. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger.
Yeah, apparently a lot of the DK
Valeria
buffs and
hunted
debuffs
the
are
old
supposed to
horde
be
with a
applying.
ferocity bordering
weren't
on
applying.
For good reason.
Oh, I was
Debuff light
reading in
stagger.
some patch
Took my
notes
life.
that here soon,
Savaged our home.
they're fixing something with the fortune lock.
For Weroll.
Valeria's scouting maps is with him.
Debuff moderate
Seems to
stagger.
have called on the ghosts
Aggro.
of vengeance,
Debuff heavy stagger.
So maybe that'll start working for
Debuff moderate
soccer a
stagger.
little bit better.
Debuff shred flash. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger.
They were really good.
Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff shred flash. Debuff shred flash. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Target interrupted. Aggro.
Always gonna level my demon
Debuff
hunter this
moderate
season.
stagger. Debuff heavy stagger.
And I've
Throw
seen,
axe. Aggro.
I won't
Aggro.
say the troubles that Demonic has been having,
axe.
but
Debuff shred flash. Target
the
interrupted.
difference
Aggro.
in taking with
Throw
a
axe.
demon hunter
Target
versus
interrupted. Aggro.
the other
Debuff
classes.
moderate.
You know, it's like, no,
Target interrupted. Throw
I'm
aggro.
good on that.
Debuff heavy stagger. Moderate stagger. Heavy stagger. Throw axe. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Throw axe. Debuff heavy stagger.
I was
Aggro.
gonna level the druid, but then everybody
Aggro.
started complaining about druids.
Debuff
Aggro.
Target interrupted. Aggro.
So that would get obnoxious.
Debuff moderate stagger. Flame Nova. Debuff heavy stagger. Interrupted. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Target interrupted. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Interrupted. Debuff light stagger. Axe. Debuff moderate stagger. Interruptible cast. Flame Nova. Interruptible cast. Aggro. Target interrupt. Aggro. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Ephemeral bloodlust. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Cast. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger.
Defensive.
Debuff light stagger. Rampage. Debuff moderate stagger. Light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Reckless leap.
Run
Reckless
out.
leap. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff reckless leap.
Stab.
Debuff intimidating shout. Debuff intimidating shout.
Ads coming.
Debuff moderate stagger. Storm. Aggro. Interruptible attack. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Blade storm. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Target interrupted. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Rampage.
Defensive.
Rampage. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate. Debuff heavy stagger. Reckless leap.
Run
Debuff
out.
moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff reckless
Stab.
intimidating shout. Debuff intimidating shout. Debuff intimidating shout. Debuff moderate stagger. Rampage.
Defensive.
Debuff light stagger. Rampage. Rampage. Debuff moderate. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate. Debuff heavy stagger.
Ads coming.
Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate interrupted. Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Storm. Flame debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Interruptible cast. Target interrupted. Debuff light stagger. Rampage.
Defensive.
Rampage. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Reckless leap. Debuff moderate
Run
stagger.
out.
Debuff light stagger. Debuff reckless
Stab.
moderate light stagger. Debuff light intimidating shock. Debuff light stagger.
You know, a ranged person like Chicky's
I've done it.
stands on top of me with that
One last
debuff
task
and
remains.
it's fine, and she's still running into melee. I'm like, where the fuck you going? Just stay here.
Anyone have drums?
I got
I'll
one.
use these relics to return peace to the Spire.
Come back here.
Perhaps then, my sisters will return to me.
I usually do like
There! The restless heart that haunts us. Please, lay it to rest.
Right off the bat.
Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff exhaustion. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff swallow.
Watch your step.
Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger.
Get
Full
knocked
silent
upward.
Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate
Watch
stagger.
your step.
Debuff light stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger.
Defensive. Move to
Debuff
ally.
heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy moderate stagger. Full fail. Debuff light stagger. Full fail. Aggro.
as long as I had the mechanic. I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Debuff light stagger. Full
Get
silent
knocked
debuff light
upward.
stagger. Aggro. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff swallow
Watch your
range.
step.
Aggro. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Tempted
Defensive. Move to
Debuff
ally.
moderate stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff heavy stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff gust shot. Debuff light stagger. Debuff light stagger. Debuff moderate stagger. Debuff heavy moderate stagger. Full kill. Debuff light stagger. Full gale.
Well done, mortal.
Valyrian says,
At last.
Astral Keys, New
Spirits that linger
Keystone,
within these
Magister's
halls have found
Kairos,
peace.
14.
I hope that one day
Chick
my
with Emerald
sisters will
Dream
be able
says,
to do the same.